Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news: Liverpool near Florian Wartz transfer breakthrough as Leverkusen ask for Reds pair as part of swap. Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen expect to finally close out a deal for Florian Wartz this week as talks over a blockbuster transfer continue, and while the Reds have now seen two offers rejected, a proposal to include a pair of squad stars as part of a swap could finally see a compromise reached. The Reds are wasting little time in further strengthening their Premier League title-winning squad, having quickly snapped up Jeremy Frimpong from the Bundesliga side as a replacement for Trent Alexander-Arnold. And while Milos Kerkez is soon expected to follow suit, it is the impending signing of huge German talent Wirtz that has really excited Liverpool supporters. Indeed, while Merseyside now looks near certain to be Wirtz's next destination, striking a deal with Leverkusen has proved a somewhat arduous process. Understandably, Leverkusen will only sell their star man for a club record fee and, while the two clubs appear to have settled on an initial €130 million, £109.6 million, $148 million, fee, reaching an agreement on a full package, including bonuses and add-ons, has been far from simple. To that end, there is understood to be currently a €19 million, £16 million, $21.6 million, gap in valuations. So far, Liverpool have seen two proposals rejected. However, Florian Plettenberg is reporting that a breakthrough could finally be reached if Liverpool agree to include two players as part of the overall package. Taking to X, the Sky Germany journalist posted, Bayer 04 Leverkusen have the idea to include Harvey Elliott or Jarell Quansah in the deal for Florian Wartz. There's no final decision on this yet, but talks are ongoing. While no final decision has been reached, Liverpool are unlikely to stand in the pair's way of making the move and, with neither seen as a regular by Arne Slot, the Reds would be happy for either player to move on, especially if it helped lower their initial investment on Wirtz. Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen expect to finally close out a deal for Florian Wirtz this week as talks over a blockbuster transfer continue, and while the Reds have now seen two offers rejected, a proposal to include a pair of squad stars as part of a swap could finally see a compromise reached. The Reds are wasting little time in further strengthening their Premier League title-winning squad, having quickly snapped up Jeremy Frimpong from the Bundesliga side as a replacement for Trent Alexander-Arnold. And while Milos Kerkez is soon expected to follow suit, it is the impending signing of huge German talent Wirtz that has really excited Liverpool supporters. Indeed, while Merseyside now looks near certain to be Wirtz's next destination, striking a deal with Leverkusen has proved a somewhat arduous process. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC news. Our second news is Liverpool transfer news, two Prem stars eyed after Florian Wartz as Arne Slot revamps Reds. Liverpool are expected to make a formal bid for a Premier League star in the coming days after the player agreed to join the Reds following talks with the club. Liverpool may have just clinched the Premier League title, but they're now looking to defend it by reshaping their squad for Arne Slot. The Reds have already made one signing and are well on their way to another, with the transfer window having only opened a day ago. Attacking right-back Jeremy Frimpong has joined Slot's side following his predecessor Trent Alexander-Arnold's departure to Real Madrid. Bayer Leverkusen's attacking midfielder Florian Wartz is expected to be the next Reds deal to be finalized in the coming days. However, the business might not stop there, as goalkeeper Kevin Kelleher's future needs to be sorted out amidst the arrival of Georgian stopper Georgi Mamardashvili, with the Irishman looking likely to move to Brentford. Defender Ibrahima Konate will soon enter the final year of his contract too, with a decision needed if Liverpool want to avoid a repeat of last season's situation with Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk and Alexander-Arnold. Speculation over Luis Diaz's future is also rife as interest from Saudi Arabia has emerged, along with Barcelona, for the Liverpool winger. Here's all the latest transfer news and rumours from Anfield. Brighton are reportedly ready to sell striker João Pedro if they receive a bid worth £70 million. The 23-year-old is believed to be attracting interest from Newcastle, Liverpool and Aston Villa. Pedro's reputation has been on the rise since he moved to Brighton from Watford in 2023, scoring 30 goals in 70 appearances across all competitions for the Seagulls. Reports suggest that Brighton are open to letting Pedro go, but they will stand firm on their asking price. The forward is tied down until 2028, so Brighton aren't in a rush to offload him, although Pedro did stir up some drama last season. The Brazilian was benched by gaffer Fabian Hürzeler after a row with teammate Jan-Paul van Hecke towards the end of the season. Reports suggest that Liverpool are set to table an offer for Bournemouth ace Milos Kerkez in the coming days. The Cherries are holding out for over £40 million for the fullback who has been at the Vitality Stadium for 2 seasons. The Hungarian international is rumoured to have already given the thumbs up to the move to Anfield, reports the Mirror. The 21-year-old is eager to test his mettle at a higher level and could soon be vying with Andy Robertson for a spot in Slot's first 11 alongside international teammate Dominic Szoboszlai. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is talks planned. Premier League side eyeing summer move for Liverpool forward who's wowed Roy Keane. One forward at Liverpool has been identified as a summer transfer target by a fellow Premier League club. After a dream start to his senior Reds career in 2024, senior debut, winning the Carabao Cup at Wembley, scoring a brace at Anfield, this calendar year has been far unkinder to Jadon Danns. The 19-year-old joined Sunderland on loan at the end of the winter transfer window but never got to play for the Weirsiders due to a back injury which was flagged during his medical. However, that hasn't deterred the promoted side from trying their luck with him once more. Sunderland to speak with Liverpool regarding another loan for Danns. As reported by the Northern Echo, the northeastern club, who won promotion back to the Premier League a few days ago, will hold talks with Liverpool over the possibility of another loan move for the teenage striker. Although Arne Slot wants to include Danns on the Reds' pre-season tour to Asia in order to assess him further, he could be deemed surplus to requirements once top-flight action begins in August, in which case a temporary exit may well be facilitated. The youngster has forged a strong relationship with Sunderland, having held one-on-one chats with manager Regis Lebris and often travelled to watch their games during the second half of their promotion-winning campaign. Liverpool Chiefs are also understood to have been impressed by the manner in which the Black Cats handled a delicate situation regarding the management of his injury. Liverpool likely to be amenable to Danns joining Sunderland on loan. In many ways, another loan move to Sunderland for Danns would appear to be ideal for all parties involved. For Liverpool, he'd still be their player while also having his development furthered by regular game time elsewhere, and they'd get a chance to assess how he performs at Premier League level. For the player, he'd have the opportunity to play weekly in the top flight and make up for lost time after his back injury scuppered his involvement for the Black Cats earlier this year, and he'd be going to a club where he's already forged strong connections. For Sunderland, they'd be bolstering their squad with a prodigious young talent who's even earned praise from the usually hard-to-please Roy Keane, who lauded Danns' amazing, predatory instincts on the night that he scored twice against Southampton in the FA Cup in February 2024. Even if he isn't starting every single week at the Stadium of Light, he'd realistically be more likely to earn regular minutes there next season than at Anfield, so Liverpool could well be amenable to a loan move, especially if they manage to pull off a marquee centre-forward signing such as Hugo Ekitike. Hopefully the talented 19-year-old can kick on again over the next 12 months after a frustrating 2025 so far for him. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.